And you know, I thought about that off and on because I'm a Roman Catholic and I believe in the afterlife. And I thought, well, Forry, one way or another, you'll find out. Well, yesterday, Ian and I went up to Forest Lawn Cemetery.
Forrest Ackerman.
Forrest Ackerman Cemetery. And Ian had called ahead and gotten permission because, you know, they don't like people going there and just roaming around looking for stars. And so we had a map of the location of where Forry's crypt is. So we drove up there, found it very quick in short order, and I had this little handy camera that Casey is using right now to film us. And I'm just making this little film of this whole event, coming here, being invited here, and playing the film. So anyways, I'm shooting this thing, and I just couldn't help it. Like, I know that these things are hollow, because it's up high, like it's like a great big,
it's right on a wall.
It's on a wall, and you know, you can see Wendame's plaque, and Forry's plaque wasn't engraved yet, the flowers on either side. And I had the camera going, and I don't know why I did it, but I just put my hand up and I went boom, 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 and it was a hollow ring. And I felt kind of creepy doing it, but I thought, you know what? Forry would get a kick out of that. And then Ian puts the whammy on Forry. How did you do it?
Well, I can't do it very well, but...
So he puts the whammy on Forry. By the way, that's 1 degree of separation from Bela Lugosi, who put the whammy on Forry, who put the whammy on us in earlier times. And we kind of joked and laughed about it. Felt a little bit kind of icky about it, but at the same time, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, Forry would appreciate it. So we drove back. We actually went for a drive in Mulholland, and we made our way back to the Orange Drive Manor. And we got into the hotel room, and the first thing I did, because I'm a compulsive Facebooker, and Michael MacDonald, by the anyway, Michael R. MacDonald in Halifax, anybody wants to join me on Facebook. And I opened up the laptop, and I plugged in the Facebook URL, and nowadays Facebook is requiring people to type in those little cryptographic codes that are randomly selected. And I couldn't believe it. Up came Ackerman 000. The story's not finished. Ackerman 000. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I actually hit enter before I took a picture of it, because I was just like, okay, and I was sort of thinking, that's weird. I hit enter, Ian saw it. And then I said, oh, wait a minute, Ian, what are the chances? What are the chances that would come up? Of all the things that could come up with those cryptographic things, it would be Ackerman, capital A, 000. So I started thinking, okay, well, what does it mean? What does it mean? Ackerman reset, Ackerman dead, Ackerman starting over, reboot. And just as I said the word dead, and this is the honest to God truth, Ian is sitting in front of his computer, right beside me, and he's not even touching it. And his computer blurts out in a childish voice, oh my God, no way!
I got no voice on my computer. I don't understand.
He checks to see if there are any windows open, anything that could have caused his computer to say that. And we just looked at each other, and it was just like, what are the chances? I mean, what are the chances? Billions and billions to 1. So anyways, I think that Forry Ackerman right now is in this room watching this wonderful event that's unfolding, and our little humble film is just only one tiny part, and a very light part, of the Forrest Ackerman experience, which I am very touched and proud to be a part of. And I'm just going to pass it in for a few words.
What the hell? What the hell do I say to that, man? I'm still trying to figure out a reasonable explanation for all that frickin' story, man. But I honestly made this. This film was made for Canadian television, basically for the reason, of personal reasons, just so I could come down here and have a reason to talk to Forry and talk about monsters all day. It seems really simple, but I don't know, in this kind of cynical world, it seems like something that, you know, is really cool. And it's really cool to be here tonight. And there's like a whole bunch of people here, because we actually had to stay at Motel 6 just around the corner here for 6 weeks while we were doing this. And everybody's so friendly. This is such a weird film. I'm used to making documentaries, but you have to kind of struggle to get people, but everybody just, you know, set aside their time. And the weird thing is, too, you didn't really have to ask questions of Forry, because I know what he's going to say. I just sort of went, Sammy Davis Jr., he's off. Just like that. Funeral of Bela Lugosi, he's gone. It's just like that. It was just wonderful. It's like the easiest job in the world, and I really appreciate it. And this is like an amazing honor, and I can't top that weird frickin' story you told. Yeah, thanks everybody who showed up. Tim for like bringing us here.
Tim Sullivan was in our film, and Joe Dante and John Landis, who berated me and made me change my shot. Thank you, John, if you're here.
Roger Corman.
Roger Corman. Bobby Breezy. Hello, Bobby.
And Melchior, whose his film is showing after this, he gave us some time too, so it was wonderful. Thanks a lot.
David Show, I don't think is here. Scotty Spiegel, Hostel and Evil Dead 2.
God, well, you're going to see them all anyway.
Yeah, anyways, it was really great that they gave us the time and just the kindness. The people who make horror and sci-fi films are the nicest people in the world.